There's so many, for example, we have a lot of clients who are in the fitness industry, online personal trainers, clients who are therapists, because we help people build online coaching and consulting, right? So I'm having these personal trainers come to me who we spoke with 8 months ago, and they're saying to me, yeah, Lauren, I really, back then they were saying, yeah, well, it's just not urgent to me. I'm not ready to join your program or anything or have help from you guys because I'm happy doing personal training. I enjoy it. They were coasting, right? Because sometimes when you get complacent, that's when you don't feel the need to change.
Correct.
But ultimately, now people are being forced to change the way that they're living because the world as we know it has changed like that, right? And people who 8 months ago decided, I see what's coming in this world. I see that everything's moving online. I'm going to build my online business now. They're the ones who are capitalizing and who are making the most of this. We were just saying how before we started recording, because we're recording on Zoom, the stock price from Zoom I checked one day and it was up like 23.9% in one day. And that just shows how, because everyone's freaking out and they need to work from home now, Zoom now has the opportunity to make all this money, all these new sales. They're probably going to have to hire new people like crazy because of the fact that people now need this solution. So yeah, exactly as you said, with your book, Business Hack, which everybody should definitely go ahead and get because your stuff is great. Ultimately, this is where there is opportunity, okay? This is where it lies. And so, of course, you may like what you're doing with your brick and mortar business. You may enjoy personal training, as I gave as that example. But unfortunately, when situations like this come about, it's not really about what you like. It's about what's going to get you results. Because I don't like being in quarantine. But guess what? I'm adapting and I'm making sure that I'm doing things that are going to allow me to continue to grow, right? Yeah. And so, John, with everything that you're saying, for people who need to have some sort of solution for this current time, right, and make the most of this opportunity, where would you say they need to be looking and shifting their energy and their focus?
First of all, I'll just say this for the record, that pain is temporary. I think, you asked me the question, what is your outlook on this? I think it's a great opportunity just for everybody to grow. I mean, because it forces, like, for example, my business, for example, we do a lot of events and now people can't go to events. But at the time, 3 years ago, we knew that everything's going to be going on. That's again, when I wrote the book, I knew that everything was going to go online. And so I realized back then we invested £2-3 million now building this SaaS software, which allows people to start their online business through a membership site. So a lot of people they're not very technical, but they've got good knowledge. So what we do is we create the software, they use it, and this software now can create a membership site for them where they can start earning monthly recurring revenue. So when it comes to what's currently happening right now, I just seriously think online is the way forward. That's where everything's moving towards. Online courses, online training. And you talked about the personal trainers. Personal trainers can't be face-to-face anymore, right? That's why you're seeing everybody now on Instagram Live doing these my yoga meditation in the morning, my insanity workout with me. That's why you see all that going, because now they're using forms of distribution. The great thing about this as well, Lauren, is we can now reach the world. We're no longer constricted to a local market. Now we have a global market, and that's exciting.
Yeah, totally. I've been seeing some people bring about the trends from the Spanish influenza and then the coronavirus. And I mean, the difference is back then they weren't able to communicate with the rest of the world like we can right now with the snap of our fingers, I mean, you and I were not that far away from each other, but ultimately it would be at least an hour's drive and we're able to have this conversation, right. Okay? And so I think this is where people just need to think, okay, realistically, long term, what is happening to the world? If you look back even just 5 years ago, where were we at? Well, things were way less technologically advanced. When I told people back then was when I kind of started all my stuff on Instagram. People thought that I was crazy building like a personal brand. I didn't even know what a personal brand was back then. People thought I was absolutely deluded. But now, what do they want? They want a personal brand. They want to have an audience. They want to be able to sell things like online coaching, because that really is the way that the world is going. So hopefully people have realized that by now. If you haven't yet realized that, I think maybe it's time to perhaps just honestly, and I'm saying this just to help people really look at what's going on, just look at the trends, look at the economy, look at the stock prices, and I think it just says it all, right? It really says it all, because getting clued up on these things is such a valuable skill, right? And obviously, thanks to the internet, we can get all the information as much as we need.
Correct.
So, just backtracking a bit. So obviously, I think people understand for the most part that they should be building online, right? They understand that that's what they should be doing, but my team has reported back to me these past couple of weeks that one of the things that they're facing when they're on sales calls with potential clients for coaching is that one of the things that they're hearing is that people don't really want to move right now. They don't want to do anything right now because of the uncertainty. So what would you say to that, the uncertainty and the sort of paralysis that people seem to be going through?
Well, I can tell you that there are things in our life that we cannot change. I can't change the weather. I can't change it's going to rain or not. One thing I can change is my attitude towards it. And so for people who are stuck in this analysis paralysis, what's going to happen? Are they just going to sit and wait around, or are they going to do something about it? And what I found, Lauren, is that a lot of people are in fear right now. They have a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of people losing their jobs. I mean, a lot of companies are laying a lot of people off, and that's freaking people out. I mean, people who are working at home don't even know if they're going back to work when this whole thing's over. And you say, are we in the middle of this? I think we're actually just at the start of this. They're saying now school's not going to be open until 6 months, which is insane. So if you've got kids, you've got to stay at home and work. And so what I think, the attitude, and I always say there's the best, everyone's looking for a vaccine, right? The best vaccine is two things. One, your mindset. Two, your nutrition. Right? I know you work out a lot and you're in great shape and you're always exercising, getting those endorphins, building that immune system. And I think, we definitely need to be doing things to really support the way that you can pave the goal for what you want to do. There's no point in sitting around waiting for, even though we get help from governments, like we should still do things by ourselves, and we should still define our own future. Because ultimately, if this happens again, I mean, it's the same with you. I was been saying for years to people, you should really start a second income stream. You shouldn't rely on a job, because one day you could lose it, you don't have the power. And now everyone's constantly, oh my God, John, that course that he was offering me, 2-3 years ago, is it still available? I'm like, and this is why if I look at and the same with you, right? With all these people now coming back to you, because business is about timing. That's why I say it's good opportunity. And I definitely think there's actually 3 areas people want to look in. So if you're going to go, okay, let's be proactive, let's do something about it. What shall we do? So the 3 things I'm going to talk about this in Business Hack. And the first thing is that the new currency is data, right? That means we need to be building a list. We need to build a list of people who we can help and serve. And one thing people can do is create something for free, give it away for free, right? Second thing is building some audience. So, in the last, 3.5 years, 4 years now, I think, I have now over 5 million people that follow me across all social media platforms, and I started with 0. And because I knew, just like you, personal brand is going to be important, because ultimately at this time, we now become KOLs, which is the new level of influencer, which is the key opinion leader. We now become key opinion leaders, because now, okay, I'm listening to John, and this is how it's going to work. And number 3 is community. And this is something I want to tell your audience, and I wish I would have done 10 years ago. I just started a brand new community, and I kind of went off the trend of stay at home, because everyone has hashtag stay at home. And I created a community called Stay at Home and Start Online Business, right? So do you know, Lauren, we've had 5,000 people join that group in 3 days. It's insane, right? Because now it's the timing. Everyone wants to learn that. So the whole idea is to provide and have my coaches in there helping people. We don't charge anything, it's free. And so if you have a community now, when you ride out of the wave of this whole COVID-19 situation, guess what? You now have thousands of raving fans that spread your message. And if you can survive through this, your business will have that exponential growth. And that's what I think people should definitely be focusing on. So, okay, it may not be an online business. It may be, stay at home and start guitar, or stay at home and start, yoga, or stay at home and start whatever it is. Like for us, stay at home and start an online business. Stay at home and start a property business. Stay at home and start a coaching, whatever it is. You know, it's really helping people think what they could do, and you don't need any extra special skills to do it. You just put the message out there, and now more than ever, people are coming together to support each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's really 2 or 3 things there that I want to touch upon, okay? The first thing is that you now have a following of over 5 million or such on social media.
Yeah.
But you mentioned how you started with 0, right?
Yeah.
But what did you do? You started, okay? Imagine if you were like, oh, but I have no followers, so I'm not going to start, right?
Right.
Imagine if you never started. You wouldn't now have this group where in 3 days you got 5,000 members in there, because you took the opportunity back then to think, okay, there could be something here, and you went all in. Even if you didn't go all in at the beginning, you at least did it.
Yeah.
And then now, because of the timing, you have a team and everything that you've been able to build thanks to starting back then. Well, now you saw the opportunity that was going on. You were like, I'm going to make a Facebook group or whatever. And then you created this group, 5,000 people are in there. And then guess what's going to happen? They are going to think, when they think about COVID-19, they're going to think, okay, instead of being one of those people who just sat at home and put their life on pause, I decided to go ahead and make something for myself. But not only are they going to be grateful that they did that for themselves, they're also going to think of you and how you were the one who encouraged them to get started, right? So similar to us, what we've done is we've decided to, this program that we were planning on selling, because of everything that's going on, we've decided to give it away for free, right?
Yeah.
ImpactSchoolMBA.com, right? So we were gonna go ahead and package that all up. We're giving it for free, just like you're doing with your group, because I wanna know that I'm helping people realize the opportunity here, that they can get their online business started. Because at the end of the day, we pretty much do a similar thing. We just do it in a different way. And that's why I'm so all about your message, because I want to empower people. I want to show people what they can do. And it pains my soul to imagine that there are people sat at home worrying, freaking out, have perhaps just been made redundant and they don't know what to do next. But now they can start an online business. If they don't feel like they have enough skills or knowledge to start an online business, guess what? They can get the skills and knowledge and then start the online business. And because of everything that's going on and because of the level of information that's out there in the world right now, you can get enough info within a couple of weeks. Because at the end of the day, I don't know about you, John, but when it comes to business, you really get the best knowledge from doing.
Absolutely.